So I wanted to make this video. Hopefully it's quick, but because it's late, it's like 11:30 and I was like, I'm going to bed, but I really needed to get back in the groove. Now for you guys, you've been seeing videos drop daily. But for me in real time, I've actually took a little break, and that's part of the reason why I keep giving y'all tips on how to set up your content so it can work for you. So when you fall into a situation where you're not able to record as normal as you really want to, your content is still scheduled to go out. Therefore, you don't miss a day, or you don't miss your scheduled post that you have set up for yourself, your goal or whatever it is. For me, it's daily. So I've been dropping multiple videos a day because I just decided one is not enough on every platform, right? So again, I just wanted to kind of make this video because I have been a little absent from filming, not so much any content, but content for specifically for, I don't know, I guess certain things like filming bike content. Not really, because I filmed a really fire ass video before I went on vacation, a little mini vacation, but that video was fire. Anyways, I've just been so stressed, super stressed, and I want to kind of tell you why. So I'm going to show you the vision board. So far on the vision board, right, we set up goals for ourselves. We set up goals for Instagram, YouTube. I've added some in between, like LinkedIn, and that's for both channels that I'm doing, both channels that I'm doing. But specifically for this channel, the motovlog channel, you know, I have been so stressed about certain things. That's why I wrote a limited amount of things. And I was telling you guys how you should make short-term goals over long-term goals. And then that's kind of why I wrote out some of the long-term goals, just to keep it in eye shot, so I can know what I'm ultimately trying to reach by the end of 2025. But I said all to say this: we have actually, which is amazing. Let's see if I can hold the microphone and the camera at the same time. But yeah, we have actually met some of our goals. Now, this goal, we reached 500 subscribers. I believe we are at around 530 plus subscribers right now. I like to call them supporters, like I'm always telling you guys, but that was a huge milestone, and it still is, because with the subscriber count and the support count, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. You know, it just is what it is. But we are on it, and I didn't really want to post a video on it as soon as we hit 500 because, like I said, it goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down, and so I kind of wanted to see if it was going to balance out around 500, and it has. So I'm really grateful for that. You guys are amazing for the support. We are still not monetized yet. We still have not got a brand deal yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over here and hit reach 500 subs /subs /soups. I'm gonna call y'all soups, right? So we've reached that goal. I'm extremely happy. Have we grown our IG community up to 3,000 yet? No, we have not. Right now we're sitting at about around 1,040 supporters on that. Our next goal is to literally hit that right there, 1,500. That is going to allow us to hit this with one of my favorite brands or companies, and that what you see is motorsports. So that is what I need to hit that partnership program, and that's what I'm looking forward to. So it's a slow grind. Again, you know, patience is key and consistency is everything. You know what I mean? So have we been doing this? Replying to every comment. I have been trying my best to reply to every single comment every time I get a chance. Every single day I'm on it, looking, and making sure that I reply to everybody. Because like I said, without you guys, there is no community. You know, views don't equal community. Views are just views. They are a preliminary to show you how many people are actually paying attention to your content, but the engagement is community. That's my opinion. I could be wrong, whatever. But in my opinion, engagement is community. I don't give a shit if I have 100 views, but I have 30 comments, because that means we are conversing, we are talking, we are building. So that's what it means to me. Engagement is everything. Be myself. I've been constantly trying to make sure that I stay authentic, man. And it's not hard at all. It's actually really, really easy. You just can't get burnt out on or fixated on one of these things right here. You can't get fixated on any of these things right there, because once you start doing that, you lose yourself. So it's always good sometimes to just take a little break if you feel yourself getting overwhelmed, right? Now we crossed off these two right here. Buy proper gear. Put that over there. Got that already. We've been buying pretty proper gear. Still want more, but we've covered the basics, and then some. Sell our first moto geared theme merch. That was also a big thing for me, and we are continuing to work on that as well. The other thing that I put on here that is not necessarily relevant to this, but it's a big goal of mine, and it was to obtain my pharmacy certification. Now, I've been working on this for the last 7 or 8 months, and this is the single thing right here that has had me kind of stepping away from the riding, stepping away from the filming almost daily, because I had to put that time into making sure that I get this done. Now, I am proud to say that I took my certification test. Finally, I passed the first time with flying colors and then some. And so I'm really, really excited about that. The only thing left for me to complete to obtain my certification officially is to finish my intern hours, my extern hours in a pharmacy for 180 hours, all right? So I have to do 180 hours, I have to complete that, and then I actually finish the program and get my certification. Now, it means a lot to me. It means a whole lot to me, because I've been working on this for a very long time. I decided that I was done with my former career in the lab, being a lab tech, and I was going to move on to something better, bigger, and better. And for a long time, I have not worked because I've been running my businesses, and it's been sustaining me and my family for a while. And I just got to the point where it's like, okay, if I really want to take things to the next level, I need to go back into the workforce. I need to go back and do something that's going to allow my business to grow versus having my business sustain me. You know, there's a big difference between sustainment and growth. And for my business to grow, I need to supplement that income. I need to get back to work. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I took a different trajectory. I'm going to a pharmacy, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. And I am looking forward to this new adventure, right? So again, like I said, 180 hours. Basically what I've been doing is trying my best to go Monday through Friday, 8 to 12 hours a day to get this finished. And that leaves me almost zero time to ride. Like I said, you got to put your priorities in a row, right? You got to put your priorities from top to bottom. What's more important? What's leisure? What's like I said, what's leisure? What's pleasure? Et cetera, et cetera. You got to put it in priority. And that's what I've been doing. So in the meantime, you guys are still going to get videos. You guys are still going to get content. And that's what I've built this strategy of making content for, because there are always going to be situations or things that come up that is going to take your attention away from what you're trying to build here on your social platforms. And you need to know how to navigate that. A lot of people disappear for weeks and months, and then they finally come back when they get a chance, and they feel completely They feel completely like, I don't even know what to call it right now because I'm tired. But when you step away for a long time and you try to come back, you feel like everything that you built before has been ruined. And I didn't know how to navigate that before. Now I do. And so, like I said, I'm not worried about it now because I have content that is built and scheduled throughout the rest of 2025. And in between those times that I have regularly scheduled content, I'm putting out content on top of that. So I'm keeping you guys very, very informed. And like I said, I'm not so worried about time sensitive things, because when there are things that are time sensitive, like maybe events or holidays or anything like that that's time sensitive, I drop videos on the dime, right? The other content is not so contingent upon, like I said, those time sensitive things. It's almost like generic content that I love to make, and it doesn't necessarily need a time stamp. And plus, when you are so small, right? When you are so small in the community, it doesn't necessarily benefit you to always make time sensitive content as your major focus. The focus should be putting out content consistently. And that's what I've been trying to do. And so the only thing that I could say that you guys are going to see in a more chronological timeline is going to be my bike build. At this present day, if you want to see my current bike build, you need to head over to my Instagram, where you will definitely see where we are up to date on the bike. If you're following here on YouTube, what you're going to see is a progressive storyline building all the way up that I have scheduled to show you guys how I built the bike up to a certain point. And that is for the community that loves kind of like the long format content. And I think it's pretty genius, right? I think it's pretty genius. And that's why I said a lot of people get burned out because they're always trying to film for the next upload versus filming content for consistency. And some of you guys are going to understand that. A lot of you guys are not going to understand that because I'm so small. But when we grow, you're going to end up going back to these videos and you're going to understand what the hell I'm talking about. And you're going to understand how I'm able to be consistent. And I've been telling you guys in like a ton of videos how to do it. I use Opus Pro for my shorts, and I consistently put out long format content. I convert that long format content into reels that I can use on multiple platforms. And that's how I stay consistent. That's how I work the algorithm of every single platform, and I'm able to be consistent, dropping videos daily. Like I said, some of my favorite motovloggers do the same thing, only a few, but I caught on very quickly, and I just try to figure out how the hell are they doing this? And then clicked to me, this is what I need to do. The only difference is that, like I said, I've been doing this on top of making content crazily over the last 9 months. And it got to the point where I was getting so stressed out because I was getting to that point where I needed to take my certification test, and it was very stressful. It was a lot, and I had to literally just step away from everything, almost everything, and just concentrate on that. I mean, for the last month and a half, I have been sitting here at my desk with papers, like just all my notes, all my stuff, studying for this test, stressing for this test. And so, like I said, I passed it with flying colors, and feels good. It feels good to have that off of my chest, off my conscience. And now I can just concentrate on this next phase. And that's, like I said, finishing my extern hours and being done with it. And once I'm done with it, hopefully, like I said, hopefully I can get a job where I'm externing, because that's ultimately my goal per se. That's ultimately my goal, because I really love the team that's there, and I think I gel with them pretty well. So I'm hoping that they offer me a position there, and I can just continue the journey. Like I said, I am super happy to get back into the workforce. I'm just happy. I'm just happy. And because I have, like I said, a style of how I'm uploading videos and how it can scale in the future, moving forward into 2026, Lord willing, I am not worried at all to going back to work full time. Now, ultimately, I would prefer to go back part time, but it is what it is. But so that's what I'm saying. I am happy. And it's going to be back to making videos. And unfortunately, I could not make any videos this week. And I was so stressed at work, so stressed because I'm trying to learn a lot in a little amount of time. And I'm doing something that I haven't done in a long time, and that's stand up. To be standing for hours and hours and hours. I've been basically retired for years now, since like 2021 to be exact. And all I've done is get up in the morning, take my kids to school, do stuff around the house, and then dedicate the rest of my day like you would at a normal 8 to 5 or 8 to 4, running my business, prepping orders, shipping them out, etc., etc. So I spent a lot of time sitting down here in this desk, in this office, doing that. And so getting back to walking around and standing around for hours has been absolutely grueling. It's been absolutely grueling. Tired. I got bags under my eyes. I'm going in fresh this week to do another full week. And like I said, I've been trying to do like 8 to 12 hours a day just to get those hours knocked out and learn as much as I can. And I'm not trying to do it too quickly because, like I said, I want to show them that I want to be there. And I'm not just trying to complete these hours, right? I want to be a part of the team. So even though I'm not getting paid, it's all good, right? It's all good. It's a sacrifice. So yeah, I kind of just want to give you guys an update. Like I said, it's been something I have not really, I've wanted to make a video about, I wanted to talk about it, and I really haven't because there was just so much going on. I took my certification last week, and on a Tuesday morning, and then on Thursday I had to fly out with my family, part of my family, my wife and my middle daughter, my middle oldest, because she got selected to play on the USVI, the United States Virgin Islands women's soccer team. She's only 12, and so we had to fly out to the USVI. Thank God we have family there, so it wasn't that big of a deal, but it was their first time being there. I've been there plenty of times, so we got to fly out there. She did her training camp that they had set up. It was amazing. Me and my wife got to do a little mini vacation there, her first time being there. Got to show her around the island, and we got to spend a lot of quality time together. And like I said, I got to spend a lot of time away from the bike and doing what I'm usually doing. And it was good for everybody. It was definitely good for us and our marriage, and just to get a refresh, see something different, and just connect again. And, it's always good. So, things are moving very, very quickly. The biggest headache about that is that the expenses for me and my wife to go out with my daughter to these places, it's costing a lot, which is why I need to get to work, because they pay for the national team pays for my daughter to go everywhere, but they don't pay for us. So yeah, that's what we had to do. I've had to start a GoFundMe. Like I said, I'm trying to get back to work. So I might plug that stuff here in the description. I might not, it's not big of a deal. You guys watching and commenting and stuff is enough support for me, but I might add that stuff. And just in case you do, Lord puts it on your heart to actually donate or whatever, you can do that stuff. But like I said, I'm trying to do everything I can to get to where we need to be. And we just have so many things because of that opportunity for my daughter that is going to be happening in the next 2 months. So at the end of July, we are going to the Bahamas because the national team is going to be playing in the Bahamas versus 5 other teams. And so we're going to be in the Bahamas, and I've never been there. but my wife's never been there, so it'll be our first time going there. It's gonna be amazing, right? And then again in August, right before school starts, or right when school starts for my daughter, we're gonna be flying to Trinidad because they have another national tournament that they're going to be playing in, and she's gonna miss like the first week of school, which is all good. We've already taken care of all that stuff, but it's just a lot of things moving. And then throughout the year, they're going to have, you know, several training camps from now to like December, where we'll have to go back to the USVI. So there's a lot of things that I'm trying to prepare for right now, and everything seems to be working very well. Everything seems to be coming together as it should, but it's still very stressful. And in the meantime, I'm so glad that I was able to collect and make so much content that's meaningful to me and hopefully meaningful to you guys, so I can be able to afford to not have to necessarily be able to go out and film every day because my schedule doesn't allow it. So I'm still, like I said, I'm still making content, and those things are still getting plugged in, whether it's kind of just not time sensitive and time sensitive things. And like I said, man, I'm grateful, man. I'm so grateful, and I'm glad to be able to kind of get this out to you guys. Like I said, it's a bunch of rambling, but like I said, it's all been in my head, and I haven't really figured out how to pick up the camera and convey it. And the only thing I have been doing, like I was filming a lot. When I was in when we were on our little mini vacation last week, I filmed the entire trip with these Meta Ray-Ban sunglasses. Holy crap, it's like my favorite thing now. I didn't take the Pocket 3, I didn't take my Canon 1DX Mark II, I didn't take anything else. I just took these, and I was able to get almost an hour's worth of footage by capturing 1-minute clips that I set up with these glasses. And wow. So I might drop the link for that. You can also check out my other channel. Yeah, amazing. These are amazing. And so I'm going to be using these going forward, especially when we go on our next 2 trips with my daughter. And they're just amazing, dude. They're just amazing. The only thing I wish that they was waterproof. Then I would definitely feel more comfortable getting in the ocean and stuff like that with them. But I didn't do that on a trip, so I had to be very selective when I used them. Other than that, it was really no problem. I had no issues with them. But yeah, guys, it's back to the grind, man. Like I said, I feel a lot of anxiety, a lot of things that I deal with. A lot of that has been lifted. Just have part 2 to deal with so I can get the certification done and move forward. I'm so ready to move forward. It's not even funny. It takes a lot of motivation to get up and go and work for free at a place, like I said, that when you're not getting paid, but you know you have to do it to complete your certification. It takes a lot of patience, it takes a lot of willpower, and it takes a lot of motivation, like I said, to do that. And so I've just been trying to keep myself motivated. It's almost 12 a.m. I need to take my ass to sleep. Look, I hope you guys understand. Catch you in the next one. Peace.